If you started a new business, why should you never approach your friends and family or try to get those easy wins or first few sales that way? What is the real secret scaling formula for a solopreneurship or for a new business that you can use that were discovered in 1895 and kept a secret? What are the reasons that you should never try to get false easy wins in the beginning and try to pat your back if you get early sales? What is the secret piece of technology, a technological code that you can use to scale your business all the way from 0 to 1 lakh rupees a month to 10 lakh rupees a month? What are the types of prospects that you should be looking for in order to scale your business with your products and services? And what is the best way to activate all of these features so that you can get to your first 1 lakh rupee month or 10 lakh rupee month inside of 2025? Let's go ahead. My name is Dr. Rajat Sinha. I'm a medical doctor turned business scaling strategist, and having a medical degree, not having any kind of MBA, not having any kind of sales experience, I was able to scale up startups as an employee, later as a stakeholder, and today I have my own startup consulting business. And through the means of my YouTube channel, I want to give you all of my secret learnings for free that has taken me more than 20 years to learn. Okay, what is the reason that if you're starting a health product business or financial products business or a services business, that you should never approach friends and family? One of the biggest problems that happens with new entrepreneurs or people who started in business new is they think, okay, I've got this health product, everybody needs health, so I should start approaching my friends and family because guess what, they also need health. Hey, I've started this financial product business and everybody wants to or needs to make more money, so let me just approach my friends and family. Not only that, if your product is a commissionable product like a financial product, health product, or even if you have a services agency which has software products, one of the things that these companies tell you is, hey, everybody needs this product, so just go ahead and find everybody. And everybody usually starts with your own friends and family because you already know them, the trust is already there. So just make a list of 100, 200 circle of influence and attempt to get your first few sales so that you get that high, so that you are in truly in business. You got sales, you got money coming in, product is moving, you get that high initially. Okay, you should never do that. What are the reasons? First of all, the reason you should never do that is that there is a secret formula for actually cracking the code or turning the key in finding out the true equation which is going to help you build your business. It's not really in the products, it's not in the sales. Usually when a middle class person goes into business, they are looking more for validation of themselves. Hey, I started a business, let me get some sales so that I am validated that okay, I'm in business. So most people, if you're a middle class person, especially coming from an educated background, starting a new business, more than the actual money, you need the validation because you just started the business and you're looking for an easy win. You should never do that, because staying in that zone of trying to find business will help your brain to work and crack the code and develop the formula that is going to scale your business later. Okay, this formula was earlier discovered in 1895 by a person called Elias Saint Elmo Lewis. And during the time when India was still fighting the battle for independence and it was not a very industrialized country, not a very developed country, people in America were actually perfecting marketing equations and scaling startups that are valid to this day. Until today in India, if you see, we are not very marketing focused or marketing centric people. We just try to build a good business, we try to add value, and we have 160 140 crore people in India. We try to get as much market penetration as possible with little to no regard of marketing. Although today some of the biggest marketing geniuses in the world like Neil Patel, etc., they are from India, born and brought up, but still that knowledge of marketing, that marketing DNA has not really percolated into our Indian souls. Okay, so I just want to quickly share with you this gentleman whose name was Elias Saint Elmo Lewis, and back in 1895 he created this equation which says that in order to develop a consistent way of getting sales for your products and services, you should have these 4 factors figured out. Okay, attention, interest, desire, and conviction or commitment. Okay, steps 1, 2, 3, and 4. First is attention, second is interest, third is desire, and fourth is conviction. I'll make it simpler for you. Just focus on steps 2, 3, and 4. Okay, how do you get people to be interested in your product? How do you turn that interest into desire? And how do you get people to commit by making a payment? Okay, interest to desire to commitment is a process that you need to learn, and it is called the conversion process. And if you have started a new business, this is the first order of business, is not to get brainwashed by how great your product is, how cool you are that you started this new business, what a great intention you have that you want to serve society and all that. Get all of that crap out of your mind and focus only on one thing. How do I grab interest? How do I turn that interest into desire? And how do I get people to commit? IDNC equation. Okay, if you're able to figure out this equation, then attention is something that today can be bought. Okay, you don't really have to work hard to get attention. All right, although I do really respect people who do a lot of field work. They go out every day, they try to find new clients. Truly respect, you have done that for many years. But today attention can be bought. The problem is that even the people who are able to buy attention using money, they do not have their interest to desire to commitment equation figured out. This is the conversion equation, interest to desire to commitment. And Elias said Elmo went to another level where I'm just showing you diagrams that he has built back in 1895. Okay, attention to interest to desire to conviction, and this causes a sale. And he went to another level to tell you that if you try to get desire before you have garnered interest, if you try to get a commitment or conversion before you have garnered desire, then the whole model is going to break down. And this is exactly what happens with people who actually approach their friends and family and try to get initial first sales. They forget about the main thing, which is they have to figure out the IDC, the factors, the numbers, the equation. They get first few sales, they pat themselves on the back, okay, I'm in business. Usually the company or your upline is going to help, is probably going to approach you and try to increase the investment. They're going to say, okay, you've been able to do this, why don't you increase your investment with us and buy more products in stock, or buy a bigger policy for yourself, or try to go out and basically the company is going to try to get you to go deeper just because you got your first few wins. You haven't figured out your IDC equation, and then your whole system is going to break down. Usually what happens in these businesses, if you've been a solopreneur, you'll probably resonate with me, is that as soon as the circle of influence is over, then you're staring at the deep abyss. You're staring at the deep darkness. You've hit a wall. There is nothing else to do. And on top of that, all of that false sense of bravado and winning that you had by selling your first few products to your friends and family, all of that is now come to a big zero. In fact, falling from that height is probably worse than never having made a sale at all, because if you never had made a sale, your brain would keep on working. You try to keep finding the right equation. That's what happened with me. And for many years, in fact many years, I tried to find the equation of turning interest to desire to conviction. And finally when I hit the jackpot, then all of that pent up momentum got me a lot of success. Okay, but I spent weeks, months, even years trying to figure this out, and I was not very successful. And I'm very happy I went through that kind of process, because today I'm extremely strong in that. And I'm so strong in that if any other solopreneur comes in contact with me, I can just sit with them for an hour or two and build out their entire go-to-market plan, knowing exactly what is going to happen at every step with them, because I faced all of those problems myself. Okay, so Elias St. Elmo said that if you try to break the pattern by bringing desire before interest, or bringing a conversion or a commitment before desire, then it's only going to act like a drug that is going to hurt you. Okay, so don't try to do that. So what are the two big reasons I want to talk about why you should not try to get early wins, and how it's going to absolutely destroy your business? The first reason I already spoke about is the emotional disconnect that you get. You think you're winning, but you're not really winning. In fact, you're going deeper into the hole, and by the time you realize that you're outside of your circle of influence, you probably spoiled some relationships inside your family. Even if you did get some initial business, it was not because they had the interest or the desire. They probably just wanted to help you out. Hey, great, you started a new business, let me be your first customer. Okay, and they probably pay you, and that's the end of it. And after that, you're staring at nothing. Okay, so when you go down at the end of that, you're not only letting your own hopes down, you're letting down the hopes and the prayers of other loved ones also who invested in your business or in your products. Okay, that is the first reason. Second reason, I want to give you a technological reason. Today, if you're selling on the internet, which most of you should, then what you can do, and the way the technology works, is that as soon as somebody pays you online, whether they pay you on a payment processor or something like that, you can program a little web page. It is very simple to do these days. You can just learn this in half an hour, and you can get a piece of code from Facebook or Google. I've got a piece of Facebook code over here which says purchase pixel. And what happens is, if you've done this the right way, if you've if you try to find interest, desire, and conviction, or the conversion the right way, and the right kind of person who has been searching and wanting to see a product or looking for a solution comes and purchases your product onto your payment processor, then this page is going to fire. And what's going to happen is that this piece of code, which is free, by the way, this pixel code is given to you free by the company. You can get a Facebook code, you can get a meta code, you can build your own pixels. It's going to start learning what is the personality behavior of the people who are actually buying your products. Because what happens is that today people, they are surfing on devices, mobile devices, laptop devices, and they're logged into browsers. So their entire browsing history, their behavioral history is constantly being transmitted across devices. So these devices have basically formed a super organism which is tracking people and their problems and their search histories, and finding out who are the kind of people who are spending and who are searching for what kind of products and solutions. So depending on what you have been searching for, what you've been looking for, what your prospect has been looking for, what is their buying behavior, what happens is at the moment they make their first purchase on your payment processor, this behavioral analytics kicks in through AI. You don't have to do anything. It's automatically be happening. Okay. And what's going to happen is that these online systems are going to find more and more such prospects who have the same behavioral history on the internet, probably looking for the same things, probably having the same problems, and they're going to put your product in front of them, and the whole process is going to accelerate. That is why you should never sell your product to somebody who's not truly interested or truly desirous or truly has the problem that your product can solve, simply because it's going to screw with the learning of the AI. Very simple. Okay. The AI very simply is like, you can just, if you like to keep pets or something, you train the pet. AI is like a trainable automated pet. It's like a machine that can be trained, and when it gets trained properly, this machine has the strength of millions of human beings or pets or whatever you can call. Using pixel driven marketing campaigns, you can be in front of 200 to 500 people in half an hour. That would take you roughly a few weeks to do if you were to do it manually. You can be in front of 5,000, 10,000 people over a weekend. You can be in front of a lakh of people inside of a month. Okay. And if you have your IDC equation figured out, man, your sales are going to skyrocket. That is the way to scale a business today, especially if you want to do it online. I highly suggest you do it online. All of these things I'm showing you, you can master in inside of 2 days, even if you're a non-tech person, you have no background in marketing, you don't know any technology. I am a medical doctor who doesn't understand any technology whatsoever, and I have been able to do it. So that's a testament that you can do it. Okay. Not only that, I have taught all kinds of people from all walks of life how to use it, and they have succeeded, including people who are from a different generation, including people who are 60, 70-year-olds who probably would never have dreamed of using technology marketing for themselves. Okay. So so that is the second big reason you should never actually look for friends and family, or never try to break that equation. Try to go through that process where you're able to crack the code on interest, desire, and commitment, and then when you start getting sales, the AI is going to really scale it for you. If you don't do it the right way, the whole learning process is going to break down, and it's going to be more tougher for you. Okay. So the two reasons that you should never try to go that way is it's going to break through that emotional process, going to make you emotionally liable for a big disappointment later. And second thing is going to screw up your technological learning process if you're doing online marketing. Now, what are the three types of people that this online learning process, or if you're using online marketing, what are the three types of people that you can make sales to? And the technology is going to do it for you. Okay. You don't have to worry. Technology is going to do all the heavy lifting, but I just want to outline what are the three types of people that this technology learning automatically starts selling for you. Okay. When I say automatically start selling, of course, you will have to do the sales, but they'll find the right prospects who are willing to swipe their card and buy your product if you've got your equation right. Okay. So I just want to quickly share my screen over here. The first kind of person who's going to be interested into buying your product is going to be a person with similar buying history. So these technology algorithms are constantly finding out, they constantly know that who are the people who are swiping their cards on different marketplaces. They're buying stuff on Amazon, they're buying stuff by watching an ad on Facebook, they're spending on buying coaching, they're spending on buying services online. As long as they're making a transaction online, these algorithms are learning all that, and they're tracking all of that. You don't have to do anything, you don't have to be a computer wizard. No, it's just commoditized technology that you can use. Okay. And People who have a similar buying history will be obviously your easiest and best clients. That is why when you go online with a marketing campaign, usually as soon as you're able to crack your first 2 sales, 3 sales, 4 sales, after that you'll see that your sales will actually accelerate, because this technology is going to find people with a similar buying history, buying pattern, and bring them over to you. Second thing is people who may not be avid buyers, but they have been searching for something like your product. So if you have a health product that is into, let's say, diabetes or back pain or something, people who have been searching for back pain solutions on YouTube or things like that, this technology is going to find people and bring them over to see your product. The third kind of people that I really love is people who have a problem that the technology knows they have a problem. They may not have browsed for it, they may not have bought any other product online for it, but if you use a business ID with, let's say, Facebook or Instagram or something like that, then if you can talk about your product, this technology is going to put you in front of the people who have the problem, who may not even be actively searching or buying products or even searching or browsing, and it's going to bring you your video or something like that in front of them, so that they start thinking about buying your product. Okay, this is the part that I love best, because this is where you can hyper scale your business. There's a certain number of people who are buying products similar to yours. There's a certain number of people who are searching for products similar to yours. But what about the people who don't know that they have the problem that your product can solve? And this market is huge. It's in the tens of crores people. My own database on the Meta Marketing Suite that I have mined for the India market is over 10 crore people. In the last 5 years, I have touched less than 3 crore people of this database. That means this database is huge. It's going to take me a lot of years to actually mine this database. As soon as you learn this model, then what do you have to do for the rest of your life is literally you have to just go out there and buy all the attention that you have. Remember that equation. It says attention, interest, desire, and conviction. As soon as you have your interest, desire, commitment, or entire interest, desire, conviction problem sorted, which means you have the equation, how many pieces of interest leads to how many desirous prospects, leads to how much of closing rate. Once you have all of this figured out, you just go ahead and you can create a business ID on something like Facebook. I love that. I love Meta Marketing Corporation. It owns Facebook, it owns Instagram, it owns Facebook Messenger, it owns WhatsApp. With a simple business ID that you can create with Meta Marketing Corporation today, entirely for free, you can go ahead and create yourself a database of people who might be the right fit. And this could be in the tens of crores people in India, if you're in India. And then you can spend the next few years using these algorithms to actually find you the right buyers and just push them through your equation. And that is the way to scale your business from 0 to 1 lakh rupees a month to 10 lakh rupees a month. There was somebody who said it's the first million that is your hardest to make in US dollar terms. And in India today, if you're starting a solopreneurship business, it is your first lakh of rupees, total lakh of rupees, that is the most difficult to make. After that, it's just easier and easier and easier and easier. Compare that to circle of influence. The first few sales are easy to do, but after that, everything is more and more difficult. It's entirely ulta. Today, if you can get to your first 10,000, 50,000, even 1 lakh rupees, that it probably takes a little bit of time. But after that, the algorithm kicks in, your equation is set. You just go out and purchase all of the attention you possibly can, which is you purchase all of the leads, purchase all of the impressions. You can just swipe your card with your business account, and for 100, 200 rupees, it's going to give you so many prospects that would otherwise take you weeks to gather. Okay, that is the speed of how these technologies move. The pixel code that I just showed you is entirely free to create with Facebook, to create a business ID with Facebook. I love Facebook. There are many other algorithms. I love Facebook the most. It's absolutely free to create a business ID, to do all of this market research, entirely free to do. In fact, I routinely teach brand new people who have zero tech skills and zero marketing background. They are able to complete this whole process in 48 hours or less. Okay, so those are the 3 types of people that are going to be buying your product, and that is how technology is going to be helping you. Okay, for people who have been following my videos and constantly been asking me how to get in touch with me, I see a lot of comments that have gone unanswered. Sorry about that. But you can get involved with me directly. I have a coaching program where I teach you how to set up all of these factors and start getting your first few sales inside of probably 30 to 45 days. And you can get started with me by getting an avatar membership into my academy. And if you can see a link over here on the video, you can just click this link or type out this particular link into the browser, and that will take you to a discounted deal for the avatar program. The avatar program is now 5 years old in the marketplace, and we have hundreds and hundreds of success studies with people who started with zero marketing background, zero technical background. In fact, people who said I can just not understand technology, and they were able to set up this process, and the process is pretty much set and forget, and you can just get it started working for you in a few days from now. I won't commit to 48 hours, but in a few days from now, and within a few weeks, you could start getting your first few sales. All right. So I look forward to seeing you in the avatar program. I look